Hello everyone, it's the end of August, so I'm back to do another update. It is a super, super sunny morning in Cincinnati. I wanted to film outside again because it's still so summery here, but it is so bright I would have to wear a hat and sunglasses and long sleeves because it is so bright and everything is reflecting. I even tried to sit on the other side of this table to get some of the background of my backyard, but the sun is coming through so brightly that you can't see the fabric. I am not complaining by any means. You know how I pout when the seasons change, and so everyone else in the cross stitch world is getting excited about fall and pumpkins and all the Halloween decorations, and I couldn't care less. Um, yeah, I'm still enjoying summer and the warm nights and the long nights. I'll be fine in a couple weeks once fall is actually here, but for now, I still want it to be summer. So I'm so happy it's still sunny. I just can't sit outside and do what I wanted to do. I'm excited to be back. I have a lot of things to talk about in this video. I have some finishes. I have some wonderful, amazing gifts that I received earlier this month. And I also have an announcement about another retreat, not one that I'm involved in, just some information I wanted to pass on to you. So hello, welcome back if you are a current subscriber. Welcome if you're new. I appreciate all the new subscribers I have gotten in the last couple weeks. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully this one lives up to what the other ones have. What? Anyway, let me do finishes. I kind of don't have an order for this. In fact, I don't even know where my notes are. Anyways, I don't really have an order for this. I think this is just going to be Arbitrary August's update. I didn't do Arbitrary August because that would make me crazy. I have had fun seeing everybody else spin their wheel and do their Arbitrary August, but that would make me batty. See this reflection? I can't even figure out where this sun is coming in. There is so much sun coming in my house today. I don't know if that's coming in from my sunlight in the living room. I've got the blinds shut, so I'll try to block that out, but that's how sunny it is here. Okay, so my first finish, I finished my sister's piece. This is for her Christmas gift. This is Madame Chantilly's Tout à la Mer. And so I finally finished that. I love it, love it, love it. This is the called for DMC. Oh, jeez. Called for DMC. Not the called for fabric. It's on Lakeside Linen's Beach Brew. It was a neutral fabric that was called for. So I'm super happy about that. I'm not planning on framing that. I'm going to let her frame it. She's quite particular, and I'm just going to let her frame it. I am a little frustrated. I have tried ironing, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There's a big crease in the fabric that I couldn't get out before I stitched it, and I can't get it out now that I have stitched it. I've tried Just Steam. I've tried Best Press. I'm hoping that when it's framed and stretched, that won't be noticeable. That is very distracting. Okay, my other finishes. These are also for my sister and her husband for Christmas. I've started making them Christmas ornaments, kind of as a tradition. These are going to be big ornaments, but this is Hands-On Design Tree Farm. This is going to be a fun episode. I stitched this with the called for DMC. I did change the fabric to Weeks Dye Works Bare Brown because I wanted it to be a little bit more of a burlap. I really like the color. I also made a change for this blue. This blue is supposed to be 936, 932, and I just did it with the DMC that was the conversion for old money, which I think is like 167 or 169. So I did that one. That one's for my brother-in-law. This is for my sister. It's hard to see the outline. This is supposed to be a little upside-down mason jar globe. It's a little bit hard to see the outline here, but I think it stands out pretty nicely on the fabric. Yeah, so I got those two done. So I'm going to get these finished into ornaments. Again, I think they're going to be a little big, but not too big. Did anybody notice also, speaking of hands-on design and Kathy, that in her last update video, she pronounced her last name Haberman? I think everyone in the cross-stitch world says Kathy Haberman from Hands-On Design. It's Haberman. Who knew? Kathy did. Did anyone else also notice that DMC went up again in price? It is not 52 cents in the US, it is 56 cents now in the US. That is 2 price increases in the same year. And I know Michelle in Australia is going to say, wah, 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 I pay well over $1 for it. I get it. It's still cheap at 56 cents a skein. It's the percentage of the increase that gets me. Okay, what I am working on. I recently started, so my plan this year was to make scheduled 4 Christmas gifts. The piece for my sister, the ornaments for my sister and her brother, my brother-in-law, and then a piece for my mom. I have 3 of 4 finished. Can you believe that? And I just started the 4th one. So I am stitching Here Comes Santa Claus by Niki Franklin of Kanikis, which, by the way, she has started making Flosstube videos, and you have to go over and watch her. She is hysterical. Her brain thinks like this, which mine sometimes can, so I get it, but my brain also thinks like this, very focused, one dimension, so I kind of enjoy that she is the complete opposite of me sometimes. But anyways, I'm stitching Here Comes Santa Claus for my mom, and I did order the fabric that she specifically prints for this piece. This is a 36 count, but you can special order it in any size. She used to have an Etsy shop, but I think she's off Etsy now, and she has her own website, Kanikis.com. I'll list that below. She has a ton of printed fabric. I know I've showed another piece of hers that I have, but this is the piece I got. Here Comes Santa Claus. This is the very meager start that I have started. I love this. I have to concentrate very hard because it's 36 count and I'm using 1 strand of DMC, but the fabric, although it's very easy to use, if you're not used to that printing, it's a little distracting to start. However, I would not discourage anyone from trying. If you're concerned about it, get a smaller count. I really, really have to concentrate on this, but I like it because it's such a deep concentration. I sometimes, like when I first started the snow, there's 2 different colors of white. There's ecru and white in here. I didn't even have the TV or anything, Flosstube, anything on, because I was concentrating so hard to make sure I could tell the difference when I was doing those 2, because I just started and it was over the black printing of the music sheet. It's almost like a deep meditation. I can't meditate. I can't sit still long enough. Shocking, I know. My mind starts wandering or I fall asleep. But this is so focused, and I obviously have not stitched a whole lot of it. But it's kind of a different meditation than regular cross-stitching is. So I like that. I am planning on changing some of the colors. This is a pretty muted palette. It's all in DMCs, but it's 610, 611, 612. I want it to be a little bit more green, not super bright green. I know it is supposed to be primitive. So I'm in the process of changing colors. You know how that goes. I think I've had 14 different options. I think I'm just going to see how it goes as I get into the coat. One of my local stitchy friends, Sharon, did hers in red, and it's really, really beautiful, and I like the idea of red because that's my favorite color, but I also like the idea of it being green. So I think I might meet up with Sharon next week at Keepsakes. She has a very good eye for color, and I think I just might let her do it. So that's one start, or that's the only start that I had this month. I did make a little bit of progress on one of the sales that I'm involved in. Hold on, I got stuff down here. It just all fell out. So I am participating in the Peace on Earth sale. This is by Country Garden Samplings. I'm doing the neutral colorway. I am using the DMC. I'm not completely thrilled with one of the colors that it calls for. I'm going to give it some time. This is the progress that I have made so far. Oh, I have a funny story about this. Hold on. Pam Ormsby, stop texting me. I'm trying to do a video. Okay, this is the progress that I've made. And I do not care for this outer color of the flower, which is supposed to be... Actually, I lied. I'm not doing this in DMC. I did it in the DMC that I had, the called for colors of Gentle Arts that I had, and then I bought a couple. I bought, that's copper. That's Gentle Arts copper, and I don't care for it. But I'm going to see. It goes in the bird, and I have an alternative color for the bird if I don't like the way that looks with all the other colors. So we'll see. So this is Ren by Picture This Plus. The called for fabric was Sand by Picture This Plus, which I had. And I was super excited because I had everything I needed if I was going to just use what I had and not go to Keepsakes and buy anything. So I pulled the sand fabric and I was like, great, I can start this. But the more I looked at that fabric, I think I said this on another video, it was just peach. Not sandy colored, it was peach colored. And I didn't care for the fabric by itself. I didn't care for the fabric with the colors. So I pulled a couple others from my stash. Ren, Legacy, and then I got my order from Needlecraft Corner when they had their big PTP sale. And there was a new one that came, Oaken and Bramble. Bramble's really pretty. I didn't bring it with me. It's really pretty. I don't think I showed those colors. Shoot, I'll have to do that on another, make a note to do it on another video. Anyways, so I took all of those fabrics and the colors that I had at that point to Keepsakes. I knew Pam from Just Keep Stitching was going to be there and Barb would be there and they could help me with some colors. So I get to Keepsakes and Pam's sitting at the table in the stitching room and there's another woman sitting in the table, at the table. And I came around the corner. I just left work. I'd gone to work, gone right from work to there. So I kind of just blew in like a freaking tornado because Keepsake closes at 4 on Saturdays. I think I was at work till 1 and I didn't want to be rushed. So I just was like, I grabbed everything, got in the car and just like blew in. And so I said hi to Pam and hi to the woman that was sitting there. And I just kind of plopped myself down and said hello to Pam and hi to the new person and whose name is Sharon. And she said, oh, and Pam said, here's Buckeye Stitcher. So hi, Sharon. Thanks for watching my video. So I got to meet, finally got to meet another stitcher that came into town, and I happened to be at the store to meet them. I don't often get to have that happen. People will mention my channel when they come in, but I'm not often there to meet them. So that was exciting. Then I met her husband, Henry. Henry is very quiet, very interested in everything that was going on around him, but didn't really say anything. I said hello, he said hello, that was it. So I start throwing out these fabrics to Pam, and I said, I think I totally cut off whatever she and Sharon were talking about. I think Sharon was also trying to pick out fabric, but because I was in my own little world, I just started. Because Pam said, okay, what are you here to find? I think I had told her I was coming, so she knew I was there for a goal. So I start flipping out fabrics. This is what's called for. This is what I think I want to do, but I don't like it with these colors. So then I picked this one, and I don't like it with this color. And so I kind of paused, and I think everybody thought I was done. And I said, so then I picked out a fourth one, and they just busted out laughing because it was like, okay, enough with the options, right? 1 or 2 other options besides the called for is good. So I lay them all out, and we're all talking and talking and talking, and out of nowhere, Sharon's husband Henry says, I like the wren. And we all were like, okay. So we ended up, and Pam did say she liked the wren too. So we ended up, putting all the colors on there. I picked a couple of the called for specialty threads that I didn't plan on buying, and they really did work nicely on the wren. So Henry, here is my progress on the fabric that you picked out. It's not a whole lot of progress, but it's not a race. So that was a lot of fun. We had a good time laughing and talking about cross-stitching, and I think Henry really enjoyed himself in that shop. He found a piece upstairs that he said if he ever cross-stitched, he would stitch it. He was very supportive of Sharon spending time and money there, and we hope that you guys come back soon. So that was a pretty funny story. I later apologized to Sharon for blowing in and taking over the table and the time and being in my own little world. Okay, so there's that. On September 1st, the 'Tis the Season Sal starts. Say words. Hold on. Okay. And so I am participating in that one. Everybody knows what that looks like. That's the bird from the pattern. I changed the fabric. I am using Weeks Dye Works Aspen. which I have decided is going to be my favorite color for winter pieces. I keep saying Christmas, but I mean winter. Not just Christmas pieces, winter pieces. See, here's the copper. This doesn't look like copper to me. Like, I don't think of copper penny. That does not look like a copper penny. Okay, moving on. Here is this is 32 count Aspen. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in any lighting because it's just such a subtle green brown. I really, really like this color. Really like this color. So I'm using mostly the called for threads. I did change the bird to Classic Colorworks Cherry Cobbler. Why do I feel like that's not the color I changed that I bought? Jen from Spoony Rooney Stitcher, if you are watching, is this the color we picked? Pine Needles. So it's called for Belsoise Silk. And I didn't want to do it in the silk, but there were a number of the silk colors that I really, really liked. So I tried to find the over-dyed threads that were very similar. So most of these are similar to what the silk was, or I just used the DMC if they weren't very variegated. So yeah, I feel like I picked a different red for this bird. This is gonna work. I don't have any other reds here. I think I picked a different. Anyways, that's what I'm going to use because that's what I have. That starts on September 1st. And we actually had a little stitching meetup that was supposed to happen on the 1st at Keepsakes. I was going to meet up with a couple of Kentucky stitchers, local, 3 other local stitchers, and we were going to work. We're all doing the Peace on Earth SAL, and I was going to work on that and then do a quick start on the 'Tis the Season SAL since this is the 1st. But Keepsakes is taking a break. They are going to be closed Saturday the 1st and Monday the 4th. So if you're planning on going, don't go. They get to have a much needed break, everybody, so that's exciting. So we just rescheduled our meetup. I think we're going to try and meet up on the 15th or something, if everybody can do that. Anyway, so that will give me time to start this on Saturday. It's a long weekend. I'm off work on Monday, but I'm on call this weekend, so Monday potentially has the potential to be a full work day because normally we'd be in the office. And when people are waiting through the weekend, they usually call first thing Monday morning. So the weekend's going to be longer. I may have to work. Okay. I have lost my notebook because I did make notes, even though this is Arbitrary August's video. I received I received 2 fabulous gifts. There's not enough fabulous to describe these gifts. I came home from work Monday and had a package from Joan Clark. Joan has watched my videos and commented on my videos since I had started making videos. She sent me a fabulous bag. I don't know why I'm hesitating. Okay, here's the bag. How beautiful is this bag? Bunch of cardinals, every once in a while a little girl cardinal, and she's pretty too, even though she's not as bright. The little girl's pretty. Oh, I have a sad story to tell you about cardinals. I'll tell you later. But I'm going to use this project bag for the 'Tis the Season SAL. So this bag was made by Quanta Fiber Arts. I don't know. I'm assuming this is somebody local to you, Joan. It's got this really cool strap on it. But it's not just the bag. She filled the bag with fabulousness. So first of all, I could smell it as soon as I opened it. It's full of lavender. She included these little lavender sachets. Lavender is my favorite essential oil. Yeah, I'm just calm feeling this, Joan. So everything smells fabulous. See, fabulous, fabulous. And so she sent a very nice card about how wonderful this community is and how even though she doesn't make videos, she still feels like she's a part of the community. So thank you for that. And she wanted to pass some of her stash to people that she knows will love it. So she definitely thought of me personally when she did this because she sent lots and lots of red. So this is the Thread Gatherer in the reds. And this is 100% silk. It feels like velour. It's so soft. It's so pretty. wonder if there's enough here to do the cardinal. She also sent Threadworks Bleeding Heart. This would be a good cardinal color too. It's really variegated. I don't know if I want that much variegation for the cardinal, but it's a really pretty red. Where's my fabric? Yeah, it might be too much variegation. And then she also sent Threadworks Peppermint, which is kind of a red, pink, white. That would be cute for a little Christmas ornament. But wait, there's more. She also sent Pledge of Affection, Tender Heart Series number 1 by Blackbird Designs. I have never seen this before. Very cute. She sent 3 of the Frosty Forest series. I don't have any of these. I don't know what, these aren't numbered. So this is Snow Girl's Cottage. She sent Frosty Forest. And she sent Snowman's Cottage. So, I never planned on buying these because the blues and the greens aren't my typical colors for Christmas. But I think the 3 of these would be cute. And maybe that's why you sent them, Joan. I think these would be cute to put all 3 together on one piece of fabric. And if I made a few changes to some of the blues and greens, I think it would be really cute. Or maybe if I even did the blues and greens just on a different fabric than the light blue that's called for. Let's see what, I know you guys all know what fabric is called for because everybody's stitching these. I am not stitching these yet. 32 count pearl gray linen. I have 32 pearl gray linen, but it does not look, it looks blue in these pictures. So maybe the gray would work. And then she sent me, this is the last thing that was in here, the last of many wonderful things. This is Bloom Where You're Planted by Brenda Gervais. But she didn't just send the pattern, she sent the piece, Joan, that I'm assuming you stitched. She sent the bloom. Oh wait, that's the whole thing, get it. Hello. God, I love that little hummingbird. So Bloom Where You're Planted, the whole thing just says bloom. So she stitched it, and her little note says it just needs the black beads for the bird's eye. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I love it. That little hummingbird is adorable. So thank you very, very much, Joan. I really appreciate everything. This bag, I cannot get over this bag. Okay. So getting back to the sad story, a week or 2 ago, I came home from work and there was something on my front stoop. So my front door just has a cement stoop with one little step that goes to a little sidewalk. I don't know why I'm drawing this because you still don't know where this is going, to my driveway. And there was something on the step and I couldn't tell what it was. So I got out of the car and I thought, is it like a piece of wood? Did something come out of the tree? Because I have a big maple tree in my front yard, which is where my bird feeder hangs, so I can see all my cardinals and those rotten blue jays from the front window. And I go to the step, and it was a dead female cardinal. I don't know if she flew into my front door. At the time, I didn't know if she flew into my front door or what happened. So I waited until Brian came home and told him that he had to take care of her, which, of course, he was like, what? You can't move the dead bird? You work with bloody live animals and deal with dead animals all the time. And I was like, nope, you have to move her. I'm not doing it. A few days later, I came home from work, and Brian was already home, and he said, I know what happened to the cardinal. And I said, what? And he said, because it just happened to a blue jay. So I go out, and there is a young blue jay. This one had made it off the stoop onto the sidewalk. It was alive, but like mangled. And I was like, well, sometimes they get stunned, and so let's just leave it alone and see what happens. I don't have any way of humanely euthanizing it here. It's safe there. Let's just see what happens in the next few minutes. So I kept checking on it like every 10 minutes. And like every 10 to 20 minutes, it was a little bit better. And then it was sitting up. And then it was on my stoop. Not sitting up, just kind of like arching its neck up in the air. And I was like, well, it's getting better. It's not dying. And so 20 minutes later, it was in my landscaping at the front yard. And 20 minutes after that, it was standing up at the edge of my landscaping looking around. And then I never saw a body or found it anywhere in the side yard or the backyard. So I think these birds are flying into my front door. I don't know why. I've lived here for 12 years. I've never had a problem. My door has been painted brown until last year when I had to replace the door frame and new door, and I never painted it again, and it's white. But again, it's been a year since that happened, so I don't know if it's just the time of year and how the sun is shining into that window that they're seeing a reflection or what. But I'm going to have to paint that door ASAP because another cardinal, although wait, Brian said it was another female cardinal, but when he described it, I don't think it was a young female cardinal. I think it was this other little bird that I cannot figure out what it is. It has the colors of a cardinal, a female cardinal, but I don't think it's a young female cardinal. I think it's another type of bird altogether. And as much as I love to look at cardinals, I don't really like birds in general. So I'm not like a bird watcher where I can identify all the birds. I don't see birds in exams. I think cardinals are pretty because they're red. Truth be told. I still love all my cardinal patterns and all my cardinal things that you all send me. But I don't know what this little bird is because I'm not a bird person. But anyways, it flew into my window and died. So I'm going to have to paint that door. Maybe that's what I'll do with the long Labor Day holiday, U.S. Labor Day holiday weekend. Not really what I wanted to do or what I planned on doing, but I can't have birds dying anymore on my front step. Okay, that's my sad story. Moving on to more cross-stitch stuff, right? Right. If that weren't enough, a very sweet lady named Pam Mixon, who is from Louisiana, has also watched my videos from the beginning. And last summer, she messaged me and said that she and her husband come up to Ohio every summer for the major tennis tournament. I don't understand anything about tennis. I don't get the scores. I don't get any of it. The tournament is very close to my house, so it delays traffic to work. That's what I get about that. It's called the Western and Southern Open, which I have no idea what that means. I'm sure it's the sponsorship. But anyways, Pam and her husband have been coming up for it for years, and she wanted to know where Keepsakes was so she could stop. She didn't know there was an LNS when she's come up before. So we exchanged some comments back and forth, and she ended up coming to Keepsakes, not once, not twice. I think she went 3 times while she was there. I know she went twice, which I just love. So she's the first person that I ever talked to out of town that came to Keepsakes because I told her to. I recommended that you come, Pam. So this year she came as well, and last year I wasn't at the shop at all when she stopped in. I didn't know when she was going, and this year I wasn't at the shop when she stopped in. But when she stopped, she left gifts. And if you watch Pam and Steph, you've already seen it. But if you don't watch Pam and Steph, then you're going to fall out of your chair when you see this. So she made project bags for Barbara, who owns Keepsakes, Lynn, who works at Keepsakes, me, Pam, and Steph. And Steph said this on her video, and she's absolutely right. Everybody who has ever gifted me a project bag or any bag I've bought for myself has always been something that I liked or colors I liked or whatever. This is the first project bag I've ever received that represents the person who made it for me, and I love that. So Pam's from Louisiana, so she made us these project bags. Cute, cute, cute fleur-de-lis fabric inside. The charm is a little fleur-de-lis and my N initial. So thank you for that, Pam. Love it, love it, love it. But she also made me, Pam, and Steph personalized bags. Are you ready for this? This is a wonderful tote bag. It's a really good size. I'm going to show you the back first. It's a really good size. It's made by a company called Espoir. It's shop and pay it forward. I'll link the information below if you're interested, but a portion of the proceeds go to partners in Haiti to support the Haitians. So it's shopespoir.com. I'll link that information below. But you personalize your bag. So this is not just a plain tote bag, okay? This is a tote bag that says Buckeye Stitcher, Cross Stitch, Cardinals, New Kids on the Block. Get out of town. Are you kidding me with this? Okay, this is the first thing I have ever had that has my channel name on it. So that is super, super exciting to me. This is a bag that if I carried out in public, anybody who looked at it would say, what the hell does all that mean? Buckeye Stitcher, Cross Stitch, Cardinals, New Kids on the Block. Random. This is the only bag like this that will ever exist. And if you don't understand why it says New Kids on the Block, then you missed a controversial video a few videos back and you need to go watch it. I do in fact love Cardinals. I do in fact love New Kids on the Block. Don't hate. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Pam, for this bag. I was so excited about this bag for so many reasons. Yeah, I can't take this bag to work, and I can't take this bag to my parents because they have no idea what it is, and it's going to lead to too many questions and revealing secrets I don't want to reveal. Okay, what else do I have in here? Because there's more. Here is Espoir. That's the company that made the bags. Proceeds of the 4 things tote bag will help rescue, love, and care for orphans and impoverished children in Haiti. Okay? If you know a stitcher that needs a bag, this is the bag. You pick out the 4 lines of whatever you want it to say. So, there you go. Okay. I also received, what is this? Stephanie told me I needed to be funnier in my videos. And I told her I couldn't be funny in my videos because I'm by myself. And I'm too busy being scatterbrained and helter-skelter to be funny. I think I'm funny. I don't know if anybody else thinks I'm funny, but I can't be funny when I'm by myself. Okay. I digress. All right, some other things I received. Miss Darla, KY Stitcher on Instagram, sent me a very sweet card. She was stitching this at StitchCon, and I loved it. I've never seen it before. It's by Little House Needleworks. It's called A Walk in the Park. It's a memorial piece. She stitched it for her dog. And I said, oh, I love that. I'm going to have to get it. I've never seen it. And she said, I'll just pass it to you when I'm done. So this is a bittersweet pass the stash because I do love this and I want to stitch it. But I still miss my Mayday dog. There is not a cat one. I wish there was a cat one. I even emailed the designer whose name has just gone out of my head. You know who she is. And she very kindly responded and said she had never done one for cats, which is fine. I get it. I suppose I could, well, you can't really modify it because you don't walk your cat in the park. So Darla sent me that, and she also sent me some fabulous red thread, which I think I may have already, oh, no, it's already in, it's in here. This is Carrie's creation. Darla loves Carrie's creation, and I've never used it. She said, this floss reminds me of a cardinal and thus you. And it's Hearts on Fire. That's really pretty too. I think, again, it might be too variegated for that cardinal for 'Tis the Season, but it's very pretty. So thank you, Darla, for sending me all that. When the last time I stopped at Keepsakes, Sharon, who I mentioned earlier, who stitched the Here Comes Santa Claus piece, she is a fabulous artist. And she said, Nicole, do you stitch fall things? And I said, yes, I'm just not stitching any fall things now. And she said, would you like some fall needle minders? So she hand painted these needle minders. Here's a little pumpkin. That is so adorable. And then she also stitched this little maple leaf, fall maple leaf, and she had these in a couple different colors. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They're wood. She bought them already pre-cut, so they're super lightweight, which is my favorite thing. They're wood, so they're flat. I love these, Sharon. Thank you very, very much. I think that is all of the things I received, which is plenty. Thank you to everyone. Okay, things I purchased. I did not make very many purchases this month, which is fine. I have plenty of things to stitch, right? I have a freebie. It's a freebie from Bent Creek, so I can't show it because it's just the pattern. It's a little robin on an egg. It's called Robin on an Egg, and it's small. When it's stitched up, it's only about this big. It's a little robin sitting on a blue egg. Super, super cute. And I realized when I was reading the pattern that there were other bird on an egg patterns in the series, but they were sold. So I looked it up, and there is bird on an eagle and bird on a cardinal, and there's a fourth one, I think, on an Easter egg, and I wasn't overly thrilled by that one for any reason. So they're not in print anymore, I don't believe. You know what? I don't know that. I didn't even try. I just got on eBay and bought them. So this is cardinal on an egg. I bought the kit. So this little picture is bent, but you can still get the gist of this really cute cardinal on a little winter egg. And so the kit came with the fabric and the thread. The fabric is, I don't know, 28 count flax. So I may do it on a higher count because I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I like all 3 of them. So the freebie kind of looks like this. That's why I can't show it. There's no picture. It's just like the pattern, but it's a little robin sitting on a blue egg, and it's really, really cute. So then I also got Eagle on an egg, and he's hysterical. This was also a kit, so maybe these were all sold as kits. This one I got from thistleneedleworks.com, and she only had one in stock. Oh, and it was on sale, so maybe they don't make it anymore. But you can find them. If you keep searching, you can find them. Call your local needlework shop, call Keepsakes, and see if they can get it for you. Here's Eagle on an egg. Isn't he hysterical? Wait, hold on. Okay. And he comes with the fabric and the floss as well. I'm assuming it's going to be 28 as well. But the flosses all come in these little bags. So it's just the amount that you need, and then little buttons. They all have little triangular random buttons, which you could get away without using the buttons. So if you didn't find the kit, you could certainly still stitch it or add your own buttons because they're just right in the center right there. They are adorable, aren't they? So I love those. And like I said, I think the fourth one was an Easter egg, but I don't remember what bird it was. And I apologize, I didn't bring the pattern for the robin on the egg because I knew I wasn't going to be able to show it. So those are my, no, I have one more thing. Hirschner's came, the catalog came, and I generally don't really care for anything in there. It just keeps coming, and I just keep looking at it. But the one that came last week or the week before had a bunch of Halloween stuff on the front, and it was 30% off. So I had to have this. This is Halloween sweaters. I really don't want to take it out of the bag because everything is going to, oh, maybe it's not going to be so dramatic. Don't be so dramatic, Nicole. It comes with everything. It comes with the floss. It is considered a cross-stitch kit, but it's shipped with 14-count plastic canvas, which you don't have to use. You could do it on fabric if you wanted to, right? So these are really cute little Halloween sweaters. So instead of like the goofy Christmas sweaters, it's Halloween sweaters. Seriously with this? Come on. That little pumpkin one's cute too. So I bought the whole kit. Like I said, on sale, I think it was, I don't know, $9, $12, something like that. But they had it displayed on the front of the catalog, hanging on a little string of lights with clothespins holding the sweaters, like they were clipped to a clothesline. What is the problem with words today? So I bought them because they were on sale too. I think these were 12 bucks. And they light up, and I have no idea where I'm going to hang it. And Brian made all kinds of fun of me because I bought it and rolled his eyes and said he was moving out. It's okay, I'll still have my little Halloween sweaters. Okay, that is all I bought. That is not all I have to say, but I don't, here's my notebook. Chaos. See, Steph, I can't worry about being funny because I have to worry about keeping the chaos under control. Okay. Oh, I also got a wonderful little gift from Carmen. She's Broadway Stitcher. She does Flosstube, and she's on Instagram as Broadway Stitcher. She had mentioned in one of her videos that she makes this elderberry tea lemonade, and she told us the name of the shop in New York City where she gets her tea. I have a fabulous tea shop here in the Cincinnati area, but it's not close to my house, and I was in no hurry for the tea, so I figured if I got online and ordered it, not only would it come from the authentic store in New York City that Carmen gets hers from, it would just get delivered to my house. Well, something was wrong with the website, and I couldn't order it. But I messaged Carmen and said, I'm getting the tea. I'm going to try the lemonade. Well, she just sent it to me. So she sent me the elderberry tea, and she sent me her recipe. You mix it with lemonade. It is wonderful. It is another reason. It's cold. It's a cold drink. I don't know what it would taste like warm with lemonade in it. No. But it's wonderful. So thank you, Carmen, for sending me that. I have a few shout-outs. Like I already said, Kanikis. She started doing Flosstube. She's a designer. She's hysterical. Go watch her. KraftinKris. She is a veterinarian in Canada. I have had a number of conversations, mostly not veterinary related, which I enjoy. She is coming to StitchCon next year, so I'm super excited about that. But she has 2 videos out. She's super sweet, so go watch her. David, he's X-Stitching Leopard on Instagram. He made his first Flosstube video finally because I've been peer pressuring him to do it since StitchCon. So hi, David. Congratulations on making your first video. Everybody go check him out. And then I also want to say hello to Harriet Stitches in England. Hey girl. And Silver State Stitcher. She's got a couple of videos out too. She's another crazy curly haired girl like me, so we gotta stick together. So I wanted to say hello to them. What else? I don't really have a StitchCon update. I know Pam and Steph gave some information on there 2 videos ago, I think, about the hotels, but all that information's on the website. So the StitchCon 2019 website, I'll list that below. You can go there to get the information because, to be quite honest, I don't remember the hotels. It's the hotel that's connected to the convention center and the La Quinta Inn across the highway where we stayed this year. There aren't enough rooms available for everyone to stay at the connected hotel. There are plenty of rooms at that hotel, but they were already booked for other events because it's attached to a convention center. So there are a large group of hotel rooms at that hotel. I want to say it's a Hilton, but I don't know that for sure. There are also a block of rooms at the La Quinta. There are other hotels in the area, so you don't have to stay at either of those hotels if you don't want to. Those are just the hotels that we have worked with to get discounted rates. Speaking of retreats, I mentioned at the beginning of my video, I have an announcement about a retreat. It is not one that I am involved in planning. It's unfortunately one I'm probably not going to be able to attend. It is hosted by Cindy from Cindy's Cross Stitch in Tennessee. If you have not watched her videos, go do it after you watch this one. She is very sweet. She is a very prolific stitcher, and she's a wonderful finisher. If you are already watching her, then you know how sweet and wonderful she is. And her work schedule doesn't allow her to attend a lot of the retreats that are scheduled throughout the year. And she's not on Facebook, which I can totally get. And so most of the signups are through Facebook. And so she is hosting a retreat next October 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's 2019. It's in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is near to Dixie Darling. So there is going to be an LNS that you can visit. I will try to link the video that she just put out that advertises her retreat below. I will put her email below because that's how you register for the retreat. You email her. It's not on Instagram. It's not on Facebook. There's no website for it. You email her. So it's very easy. I think she said there's only 40 spots. So it's going to be a small, little intimate one if that's the kind of retreat that you like. It's in Knoxville in October, which is a beautiful time of year to be in that part of the country. So if you're looking for a fall retreat, go email Cindy and see if she has any spaces left. I think that is it. How long is this video? Who cares, right? Well, I care because it's going to take 4 days to upload. Anyways, I think that's it. That's what I purchased. That's what I received, finished, started. That's it. When I see you, it will be fall, and I will be happy about it. Have a great weekend. Bye.